am I sideways? Welcome to another weekly vlog. I've just finished doing my what I watched for the week. I'm using my phone because the camera, my camera that I usually use is just rubbish and it just keeps breaking down. I need a new camera. I can't afford a new camera, so goodness only knows what's going to happen there. Quiet day at home today. I was meant to be going to my mum's, but I'm going tomorrow instead. I did the phone chat last night with Kevin from, I can say this now because the video will be up hopefully before this goes up, from Screen Kings about Maid, which I really enjoyed. I was really nervous about doing it, but I enjoyed it when we'd done it. And since 7 o'clock last night, it is now, I've no watch on, it's now about probably 2:30 the next day. I'm still trying to upload these video clips to OneDrive, to Google Drive. iCloud's not having it. My iCloud is empty, as is, I've just bought the $6.99 to upgrade my Google Drive, or was it OneDrive? But these files, it's like one of them's 9.5 gig and the other is similar. I recorded 2 different clips. I think there's about, I don't know, about 25, maybe half an hour, 35 minutes of footage altogether. But I know that Kevin wanted it in like high quality, so rather than me just choose a high quality, I chose the highest quality that my phone would do, which was 4K at 60 frames per second. To give you an idea, 1 minute takes up 400 megabytes. So these files I have to try and get across, I just don't want to know. One of them has uploaded to OneDrive, but it's been saying video is processing for 5 hours. The other is 3/4 done, well, maybe not quite, it's between half and 3/4 done to Google Drive, and I'm hoping that one goes. I just hate keeping people waiting. I hate feeling like, you know, that would be across to him immediately. I started sending that the minute we finished last night, and I was like hours trying to sort this out. But I've never recorded something of that size before in my phone, and nothing likes it, nothing wants to upload it. It's like, what the hell's this? It's just, it's clogged up. Anything on my phone now won't come off it because these files are so big. So I'm hoping to get these uploaded so I can delete them off my phone ASAP. So what can I, that's moving. I thought I'd show you the little bits I bought for, I told you that Isaac's gonna have a Halloween baking contest, so this is cheating, I don't care. So I've bought these. I don't know what we have to bake yet, they haven't told us. So I've bought some Spooktastic cupcake mix with green icing. I've bought some spooky donut mix 6 mini donuts. And then I've got flour, I've got most baking stuff that I need. So then I bought some, that's like an orangey coloured icing, and I bought a green one, and I bought some little sprinkles. There's little pumpkins, little ghosts. I'm not sure what the black things are. Maybe bats. Yeah, little bats. What are they? They're just little black, just balls, not balls, little. Isaac would be laughing if I was saying that. Just little like sprinkly things. So I've got those. What's that? And then I got that because I thought we couldn't find black. That's like a really dark chocolate. So I thought that would be quite cool with some orangey bits on. So, and I've got my wee tub that they're in. So I've got those for the, how did I get these in? Got those to do some baking. I've got the mandatory sparklers that you need. I bought some like glow-in-the-dark sort of stuff. I know he's not going to want Mickey Mouse ears for Halloween, but I thought, like, you know, the like little pendants or something they can take out on the evening trick-or-treating. And then I picked up these just for some little goodie bags I will be doing for the kids. They're little cupcakes and they're so cute. They're so brightly coloured. Let's see if I can take this off to show you. Yeah, so little Halloween cupcakes that I can give out to some local kids. I'm doing little treat bags for them. I've bought some little orange gift bags and I've bought loads of sweeties. So I am prepared. I don't want to run out of stuff. So yeah, and then we have to sort out decorating the outside of the house at some stage. Goodness only knows what we're going to do there. So yeah, that's what's happening. It's Monday. I'll leave it there for now because there's nothing new to tell you. And I will probably next check in when I'm in the car tomorrow on the way into my mum's. So check in with you later.
I have been given this today. There are 13 days to Halloween. Isaac has the camera if it's moving really weird.
Yeah.
And I have got this mini horror pop present to open. So this is what I'm going to do now. Dobby is coming to help us. What's this, Dobby? You can't eat it.
Or can she?
Edible. So let's open it up. See what we've got inside. No, I haven't opened this yet, so I have no idea. Right, so this comes out.
George. Ooh, fence.
So, I'm assuming we just start at number 1. So we've got like that. So who are you guessing?
I'm gonna guess Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I will guess from The Exorcist. I've forgotten her name. Reagan from The Exorcist.
I'm going for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right.
What is it, Dobby?
Look, it's like you put the little skull in. That's pretty cool. Oh,
It's in a blind bag. It's a
chicken.
chicken strip.
Day 1 is Freddy Krueger. So I'm going to put him on my horror shelf with the rest of my pops. I actually have a mini Freddy Krueger already, but loads of them I don't have, so. Hello! It is, and there's a big tractor in the middle of the road, it is Tuesday. That tractor is as wide as a whole lane and it's parked on my side of the road looking towards me, so on the wrong side of the road. Odd. I'm on my way into my mum's to take her out. She usually does her little like around street of the chemist, which she always has to go into for some reason, and Peacocks. She might go to the Tower Centre, we'll see. Nothing happening this week. Basically, I'm trying to get down to dig out the Halloween stuff out of the garage to make a start on that. I think we'll do that this weekend properly. Isaac's results came back for the transfer test that he did in Lisburn, which were very good. They set 2 tests, English and maths. He got 82 in one and 87 in the other. I can't remember which way. 87 in maths, 82 in English. With an average, he said, of 84. So he said his maths was very good. They sent the questions he got wrong, and I had a cursory look at a couple of them. And I think the questions were way too difficult compared to what they will give him. Like, one of them was multiply the first 4 square numbers together. So obviously the child first of all has to establish what the first 4 square numbers are. So would 1 be a square number because 1 ones is 1? I don't think so. So 4, 2 2s are 4, 9, 3 3s are 9, 4 4s are 16, 5 5s are 25. So multiply all those numbers together. I don't think they'll get that on the test. Then another was like, if this person has this amount of money and someone spends 33.33% of this, and then they have this amount left and they lend this amount to someone else, how much do they have left? And I'm thinking, can't see it being that complicated either, because usually what they've been doing in their tests, when it comes to money, will be something like, John has £12 and he wants to buy a bicycle that costs whatever, well, not bicycle, something. If there's this much % off the item, how much will it cost, or what change will John have? There's not like 5 or 6 that 33% lends this, has this. No. So to get the scores that he got, I thought he did really well. The English, they don't actually send you the passage that they've done the questions on, but the first question asked which one of these words is closest in meaning to, and then they gave a word, which I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that word means, and my my vocabulary would be pretty good. Now, obviously, if I had the passage to read, it would maybe be obvious as to the context of what word it should be. It wasn't ponderous, but it maybe was ponderous. But to me, ponderous means when you're thinking about something. A ponderous person would be a person that's preoccupied and thinking about something. But none of the words were to do with thinking. They were like really odd words that didn't mean anything like that. Now it might not have been that word, but it was similar, but it was one that I'm like, well, to me that doesn't mean any of those things. So yeah, I think they've deliberately, this is like a private company that tutor kids basically for exams. Now we have never tutored Isaac. His friend Ruben that he went with had a tutor all over the summer holidays, which is where she got the contact from. So I actually think that this company make the exam really difficult so that they maybe get some money out of tutoring kids to prepare them for it, because the questions that Isaac got wrong, the guy in front of me has just took a big weave into the, what is it about when I go out driving? He actually went right into the other, you know, like there was something in the road he was avoiding, he swerved right, but there was nothing there. Now he's almost into the grass verge. What is it about me and driving that I always end up with someone in front of me that just doesn't know what they're doing? So Isaac did really, really well to get what he did. I don't know what Ruben got. I do know it won't be as good as what Isaac got because his scores haven't been that good at school. So the examiner did say that Isaac spent the last 20 minutes clock watching, so he could have got a better score had he gone back and checked. But we know Isaac does that, and we've told him 100 times not to do it. So yeah. This car is going into the petrol station, so I need to slow down. So we did really well with that. Let's hope that that carries across into the actual examination day itself. The kids actually get their flu jab 2 days before the 11+ exam, and the flu jab can make you feel a bit crap for a couple of days. You know, fever, chills, cold symptoms, and they're giving them the flu jab 2 days before an exam that determines what school they're going to be going to. Amazing, fantastic. Can't think of anything else. Yesterday I spent the whole day and the evening before trying to transfer over those bloody files to Kevin for that maid discussion that we had. It'll be up before this, so what I'll do, so there's, fucking hell, is that the postman? Yep. Right, the postman, because he needs to go to a business that's on this side of the road, so I'm driving on the side of the road that the business is on, and he's on this side of the road coming this way, rather than turn into the business, as in he has come onto my side of the road, single lane, and he's driving straight at me because he wants to park up on the actual road in front of the business. So he's parking on the wrong side of the road facing oncoming traffic, and he was driving at me then. Is this just me, or does other people encounter as many bad habits and bad drivers when they're out? What was I saying? Yeah, I'll link at the end of this video. You know the way at the end of a vlog you can like link to another video. I'll link to that actual video so you can see it. I will check in with you later if there's anything of any interest. I need to pop into Tesco and get some vitamins that I forgot to order on the shopping. But that's about it at the minute. Nothing of any interest. I will check in with you guys later on. Dare you shut Andy Bell up? Hello. So I'm just out at my mum's. I think she bought half a B&M, cleaning products, air fresheners, plug-ins, oh, you name it. So that's done. It got really, really warm and humid, like proper warm and humid. And you could just feel a downpour was in the air, and thankfully we just got our arses in the house, and then it came down like mad, really heavy. So now I'm on the way to Lidl first of all, because I saw an advert on TV that they've got these cute little Halloweeny type things, like lollipops, that I want to put in my treat bags. And I have to go to Tesco to pick up some vitamins and some gluten-free gravy for Darren. So, whoa, there's so many speed humps around this area, it's ridiculous. Look at that big dark cloud, folks. It keeps raining, like massive big downpours, and then it stops and the sun comes out. Look at all the flags, don't get me started. So that's Tesco done. Got the vitamins, got the gravy, and I'm on my way home for my dinner. There's another one of those lines at the side of the, but that one's a thick one, so that's a cycle lane. That makes sense to me, that red bit. But the one in that other place that I never found out what it was half the thickness of that. Where are you going? So I know it, surely they don't expect people to cycle in a red bit half of the size of that. I asked loads of people in Ballymena and no one can tell me what it is. Right, anyway, I'll cut that off. Yeah, so now I'm going to go and listen to some cheesy pop tunes. I think I shall have a bit of erasure. Always lightens the mood. It's really, see when you share a car, I don't know how families afford to have a car for a husband and wife, I don't know, honestly. And then when you get these figures, I don't know if anyone else feels this, where Jesus Christ, there's a guy in a white van that's in the outside lane and he's right up the arse of the car in front, and it's a big white van, it's not one of the little car vans. And honestly, if that guy in front of him does anything, stops, he's straight in the back. There's probably not even a quarter of a car length between them. Anyway, what was I saying? He's indicating right, and he's in the fast lane. Where the hell does he think he's going to go? The grass verge in the middle? He's really intimidating these people that are in front of him. What an arse. What was I saying? Alright, it's literally 20 seconds later I've remembered what I was going to say. When you see these TV programmes or news, or they talk about the average wage, or the average, a good one's the average house price. Is your wage or is your house anywhere near that average? I suppose if you live like in the south of England, you will have a more expensive house because house prices are more expensive. But when it gives an average wage or an average house price, I'm thinking, not in my wildest dreams. I will never be able to afford a house because of my illness. When me and my husband were both working full time, we would not have had enough money to get a mortgage, or we would have not had enough money to get a mortgage that would have bought us a house. Given that most houses are over £100,000, and that to some people maybe seems like nothing, but when you have an average, I mean, I worked in banks, shops, offices, and my wage was never that much. It was more than minimum wage, but it wasn't massive. It was your average shop, your average office. Even, I'll give you an insight, but you probably will think that they get much more than this. When I started working for the ambulance service, and we did 12-hour shifts and like overnights, you didn't get paid more for working like overnight or weekends or anything. You just had a straight wage. People that work for the ambulance service on 12-hour shifts get paid £17,500 a year. Oh, how the fuck? Huh? What do you mean no through road? Bollocks, I have to go that way to get home. Oh shit. Right, I'm gonna have to go a different way. They've closed off my way home. Wonderful. So I think once you've been in it for 3 years, your wage goes up to still under 20 grand. I think it's about 19, but that's with all your benefits, your staff benefits on top. So I'm sure a lot of people think that people that work for the emergency services get paid an awful lot more than £17,500 a year, but that's the wage. And that was the most I ever earned. Any office jobs I earned less than that. So how are two normal people, say if you're work in a shop, if you are a cleaner, if you have an average priced office job, if you work in a restaurant, how the hell do people afford these mortgages? The average house price in the UK is £175,000. Is it? Who the hell's paying these prices? I know it's like the people that have loads have so much that it's bringing the average price up to stupid amounts, and like the average wage in the UK is 20 odd grand a year. No. I mean, you take the amount of people that work in shops, restaurants, offices, they don't earn £20,000 a year. Or is it just me? Am I just skint? Obviously then, since getting ill, I mean, I worked really hard. Sometimes I've worked more than one job to cover bills when I lived on my own. I'm not work shy by any means, and I always work hard in any job I've had, but since getting ill, I can't stick to. My main issue is I can't do 9 to 5. I can't do like promised hours. Like, come on love, you've got the right of way, what's happening? Is everybody going to sit and look at each other? Because if they are, I'm going to go. There's loads, there's like 3 different lanes and I'm last with priority. This person in front of me doesn't know who's got right of way. I'm going to be here all fucking day. Honestly, I'm going to have to just go. And you're probably going to hear people beeping because I shouldn't be going. I've got stuck in rush hour traffic here. Well, for the town I live in. I'm sure this is riveting stuff for you. Come on, I just want to go. Let me go. I have to cut across all the traffic. You know, I'd be better just going around that roundabout. I'm going because I'm going to be fucking sat here all day. Shouldn't have done that. It's not my right of way, but I'm going anyway. Yeah, so tell me below if you think, when you see those like TV articles about the average wage or the average house price, and you've maybe bought a house and you've had to like seriously put every penny you've saved for years into a deposit, do you think, and you think of all the people you know, and do you think that's not average amongst my circle? Because that's what I think. I mean, I on one hand envy people that can afford to own a house, and on the other hand I think it's an awful lot of responsibility if you need to do stuff and if stuff goes wrong. It's just, it's one of those unfortunate things. If you're unlucky enough in life to have something happen to your health that you can't help, or that, I worked with fibromyalgia and ME, because I had ME first, 10 years, and in 2 jobs it got to be a real issue. I've said before, they sent for my medical records to check that I wasn't making it up, but some days not being able to get out of bed, being too sore to do things, not having the concentration to like do things that work your brain. And then some days I'm not going to say I'm fine, I always hurt, always, but some days I'm more capable than others. But if you saw me first thing in the morning, I am useless. So what I thought was, right, when Isaac was old enough, my maternity leave was up, I decided to get a job in a supermarket. I'd never worked in a supermarket before. I thought, I know I won't be able to stack shelves because I don't have the strength and I would get too painful, so I know I'll get a job on the tills. You sat down, fine. So I did. So Darren worked until 5 and my shift started at 6 every eve. Well, I think I worked 3 or 4 evenings a week. and I was in agony. I could not, you know, you think you're just sat there, but you're not. You're up and down, up and down, up and down constantly. And I literally physically couldn't do it. I couldn't lift my son. I had no strength in my arms. I struggled to get in the step in the house, and Darren says, you can't do this. But it's one of the things when you take an illness, and if you're watching this and if you've ever struggled, the hardest thing is acceptance of your limitations and what you can and can't do. And people will see you and think, well, you can do X, Y, Z, you can go and work, you can go and do a job, you're fine. But what they don't realise is the only time they ever see you is when you're having an exceptionally good day. And maybe sometimes you have a day where some of that day you're okay, and you're always to a degree putting on a face, always. But then there's days where you're just in your pajamas in bed or on the sofa and you can barely move through pain. And people don't realise that. I think people do think I should be able to do more than I can. And that's the hardest part. Like, it's difficult being ill. It's difficult having the frustration of not being able to go out and dance all night like you used to. Not being able to go on holiday and do the things you want and go the places you want, because you have to plan for, like when we went to Florida, if I go out today, I'm not going to be able to stay out and watch the fireworks because I'll be too tired, I'll be too sore. Having to use the wheelchair, having to accept doing that, feeling like people's going to look at you like you're a fraud. It's difficult. Your limitations can be so far-reaching in different areas, and the other part is, you know, if you push that, you're going to make yourself so ill that you're just going to be laid up in bed for a week in agony. And that's difficult. And that all came from me talking about the average house prices and the average wage. Yeah, I've always been skint. I've never earned a lot of money. I've never had a job that paid that well. I've never been with a partner that has had a job that paid particularly well. And I find it really frustrating when these TV shows put the average price and the average wage, and I'm thinking of everyone like me in my boat, and people in much worse situations than me, like living from paycheck to paycheck, that don't have, you know, 20 quid extra a week to put aside to save up to go somewhere. They don't have that. And then they're on telly talking about the average house price is 180 grand or something. The average wage is 27 grand. No, it's not. You don't count these people, these fat cats, these MDs, when you're talking about average anything, because they don't know the meaning of the word struggle. Anyway, that's depressing. Let's stop talking about that. I'm going to go and listen to some Erasure to cheer myself up. And right, I shall check in with you guys later. Goodness, let's hope nobody's. Whoa, that's gone right up both sides. You got.
We got the katanas for depth outfit.
Very good.
And they came with daggers, a throwing star, and a backpack.
Awesome.
Run!
Yes.
Hey,
Day 2. Who are you going to guess today?
I'm gonna guess the Exorcist girl.
That was what I guessed yesterday. I will guess Jason.
Fred West.
We've already had him.
Or Freddy Krueger, Isaac.
That's what I meant.
I think it's the girl out of Beetlejuice, I think.
Oh. Let's see it.
Yes, oh, that's cool. No little red dress.
She in a
Can you
chair.
see it? No, it's her veil.
Oh, it does look like she's in a chair.
Cool.
That's her little wedding veil. Did you get a good look at it?
Yep.
That's cute.
The back is a whole different colour to the
Oh,
front.
dogs are watching, by the way.
Right, day 3. It's Isaac's bedtime. Day 3 of our spooky Halloween countdown calendar. And Isaac's opening it today because my face is the colour of beetroot.
Notice there's grey grass. Who do you think it's gonna be this time?
Jason.
I agree with you. Oh! You're gonna love this one.
Is it Beetlejuice? No. When I got it. Oh, that's the one. I've got a big version of that, the shiny one. Although mine isn't. Mine's like the frozen-y type one, so I don't have the plain one like that. Oh, that's cool. Jack Torrance from The Shining. That's a cool one. I like that one.
Thought you'd like that one.
Right. Anything you want to say before bedtime?
I've a couple of things. I like turtles. I like aeroplanes. And I like trains. Hi.
You're going to be so embarrassed when you're older and I show you this back. Hello, it is Thursday. I'm just filming. Look at the pretty rainbow outside.
Rainbow!
It's a really crappy day. But there's a pretty rainbow. We're going to open... Isaac, I will get it down. We're going to open the... Right, here, do I take it and open it?
What do you think it's gonna be today?
Jason.
You guess that every day. I guess it's gonna be Jason as well.
Or you guess a different one.
I'm guessing Jason. You guess him last time. No, you didn't. I can't see who this is.
Oh, cool.
Wait, what is that he has in his hand?
Anyway.
What is that? It's a hand puppet. It's a little hand puppet.
Oh, I'm sorry, my shirt open.
Look at his hand, it's a hand puppet.
Alright, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to film this and it's not very easy. That's cute. That's my seat you've nicked. The two of you have
I
nicked.
bet you
Thank
Jason's
you.
gonna be the last one because Friday the 13th, 13.
Yeah, that's probably a valid point. What are you doing?
Me,
Yeah.
grilling and cooking.
You making some dinner? I'm gonna try.
Roast potatoes, barbecue chicken, sausage.
Sausage and chicken.
I used to want to eat chicken. And cream and mash.
I'm gonna
But
show
I
you.
can't eat any potatoes because they've got flour in it.
Only a tiny bit of flour. You missed a bag.
Yeah, it won't fit in the bin.
Is it? You didn't put the bin bags in, did you?
I took the bin back out. It's too much weight if that one goes in.
I did the weeding today, all along here. I cut down loads of plants. And over here, oh, the rainbow's out here as well. At the bottom, it's all rotten along the fence where the grass is growing through from next door. So I'm gonna have to get something else. Blue sky, grey sky, blue sky.
I'll still do a magic trick then with my fake arm. You spoilt it.
No, God, that's dark. It is Friday evening. It's 7 o'clock. We're just setting off to take Isaac to Scouts,
You know that picture?
and then I'm talking Isaac, and then the joys of the Tower Centre. Wonderful. Oscar broke Isaac's bike today, so that was fantastic. So it looks like,
Sweets there.
not mine, must be Isaac's squashes.
Oh no, they're mine.
Um,
Can I eat them?
so that's fantastic. Yeah, Isaac, I really don't care.
That's a yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go because Isaac's bugging me. You can't go in. Really? Are you excited to be shopping again?
Oh, I'm riveted.
Don't know. I know my shoe is. Are you seriously taking a picture of me tying my shoelaces?
Nope.
You're taking a video of me tying my shoelaces. Wow. That was very amusing.
Very Deadpool. Do you not think?
Pardon?
Look.
Where's the other straw? Where is it? Where's the other straw? Where is the other straw? So where is it? I can't find it.
What are you in now? Right, you have a good day, Isaac, okay?
Okay.
And I will see you in a bit. You alright, sir? Yeah, lock them all in. Lock them all in. We'll keep this for posterity.
Hello, it is Saturday. Can you guess? It is 28 minutes past 2. I told Darren I wanted to be left the house at 20 past 2. We're still waiting. I deliberately lied and said 20 past. I know with the very latest we could have left was half past, but I said 20 past. It's now 28 minutes past. And he hasn't come out the door yet. I was left to sort out all the sweets and stuff that we're bringing with us, which I've done. And then I got downstairs to the living room, which wasn't touched. We have to like move loads of stuff before we go out because Dobby eats stuff, climbs on stuff. So stuff needs rearranged, so I come down, that wasn't done. And Isaac's like, I'm going to sit in the car, and it's like, thanks. Great. So anyway, see, I can't, oh, here it comes now. I can't like relax to enjoy myself when people always keep me late, and they know how stressed I get. They know how much I hate it. They know how much I don't like walking into the cinema when the lights are all off and the adverts are on. I get stressed because we're 10 miles away from the cinema and the film starts in half an hour. But don't matter, every time it's exactly the same. And there's no rushing, obviously. You can't see any rushing going on there, can you? We are going to see Ron's Gone Wrong. The only two children's movies that are on is Ron's Gone Wrong and Addams Family 2. I've heard Addams Family 2 is not very good at all, but I didn't expect any. And you locked the door, didn't you?
Yeah.
I didn't expect anything less, but we'll go see that next week when it's Halloween. This one looks better, and one of the guys that I watched that does reviews, Austin Burke, he said it was nice. It's like a sweet movie. He says the only thing, he says the animation in places could be better, but he's been really, you know, when you're used to Pixar and Disney, you know. I mean, we went to see the Monster, is it called Monster Family? Can't remember what it was called. There's that and Tad the Explorer, and we enjoyed both. We did reviews to and on one of them in specific, the Monster Family one, I think it was called, I was getting so much hate on my YouTube comments. I mean, the views was thousands and thousands of views, with people just ripping the arse out of the fact that and I was doing the review with Isaac, and he was only maybe 7 at the time, and then someone wrote, who's here from, and then wrote the name of the channel. So someone on a really popular channel referred to my review, and loads of people came over and watched it. And obviously, being the sheep that they are,
This car's crashed, by the way.
crashed.
Yeah, front end smashed in. There's a cop car on it earlier.
did today. I gave you the time 10 minutes wrong on purpose because I knew you'd be late. So we're going to go see a film. We haven't been to the cinema in ages, it feels like. So we're going to see Runs Gone Wrong today. I'm going to go to my mum's tomorrow. Monday will probably be spent decorating the house for Halloween. Tuesday will be spent baking Halloween stuff, because those are the two things that we need to send photographs into school for by 12 noon on Wednesday. As I've said probably before, my concern is if we carve any pumpkins, they'll rot by Sunday. But you want to do a Halloween porch display with a pumpkin, don't you? Unless we just put one out and carve it. I don't know. It just seems a bit... I can imagine we'll probably put loads of stuff out, photograph it, and then bring it back in again. Tuesday is baking. I have to go into my mum's on Wednesday. Thursday at the minute's nothing. Friday is the park. Halloweena, they're calling it, because the town's called Ballymena. So that's like a couple of hours of probably quite naff. It says like stilt walkers, fire breathers, fireworks. It's probably going to be very underwhelming, just let's put it that way. Saturday I have got a ticket for Carnfunnock Halloween Day. The part I would like to see is apparently there's this art company that have provided a sculpture and they're setting fire to it at the end of the night. I'd quite like to see that, and it's something to do that's Halloweeny, that you're not sat in your arse in the house again. And Sunday we have ribbon. We're not sure what we're going to do earlier, but we are trick-or-treating in the evening. The plan was Adam's family at the cinema, probably McDonald's, and then trick-or-treating, and then dropping back up home. That was the plan, but he's already seen Adam's family. I don't know, we'll have to just... The thing is, Ruben is so rambunctious and doesn't do what he's told, and our dogs are quite nervous, and he is really bad with animals. He's far too rough with them to, you know, an nth degree. He kicked his own dog really hard up the backside. Thought it was funny. And his own dog is a golden Labrador, who is the sweetest, loveliest natured dog, beautiful dog. And they got a kitten, or he got a cat for Christmas that had kittens, and they were allowed to keep one of the kittens. And when he was showing us it, and when we were going to leave, twice he grabbed it and smushed its face up hard against the car glass. Now, if Isaac had have done either of those aforementioned things, he'd be in tears at what he would listen to, because cruelty to animals or roughness to animals is something that we will not tolerate, or no person should tolerate. But Ruben's family are way too soft. You know, they say that some kids are pandered to. Ruben is very much pandered to.
And we've got a house full of fragile collectibles.
Yeah, and you know, he likes to pull stuff off walls and off shelves. And I mean, I don't know if I told you, maybe last night, I recorded a tiny little short bit last night. Oscar broke Isaac's bike yesterday. Thankfully they've taken it, and one he outgrew a few years ago, which is in fantastic condition. It was barely ridden. They took it up to this bike guy that just basically works with bikes. He's got a garage full of them. I think it's a hobby, and then he like sells bikes for really cheap to local kids. So we traded in the two bikes, and Isaac's got another bike, and all he asked for was 20 quid. He was selling it for 65, and then because we traded the two in, he gave us it for 20 quid. So Isaac now has, it's obviously not a brand new bike, but the way kids are, some of them get a bike and they maybe take it out once or twice. It's like when he was little, he had two bikes, and both of them he rarely used. My parents bought him one for Christmas, and then we bought him one. Barely used, either of them.
And the way kids just throw them down on the ground now. Why spend 200 on the same bike and get for 20 quid?
Yeah, so he's got another bike, and Oscar's not to be on it, basically. So we're now at 22:03. The film starts at 3 o'clock. I always get twitchy that I've got the times wrong, but I only looked once, and I'm one of these people, if I don't look more than once, I convince myself I've made a mistake. So we should be fine if town doesn't have a lot of traffic in it, but given that we're approaching Halloween and Christmas, if town has a lot of traffic in it, we're going to be late.
We're going for tea today, dear.
Chinese.
Oh, are we?
Oh, I haven't lifted any money. I haven't got any money on me. Shit. Or Chinese doesn't take cards. So right, I'm going to go because I'm just waffling now. I'll switch back on when we come out and let you know what we thought. Well, I didn't stay for very long.
Just changing to something else. You might not get cash back, can
You can't get cash back in the cinema.
you? Have you tried before?
They always tell you that cinema would not do car. Oh my god, why is it so busy? On our way. After them charging us for an extra person. And now I'm going to be the one to walk in late. Fan bloody tastic. So we're out of Ron's Gone Wrong. Apart from Isaac sniffing through the whole movie and not wanting to blow his nose, it was very enjoyable. I'll probably do a separate video for the actual review of this for my channel. This is just a vloggy one. It had a really nice message about it. I don't want to go into loads of detail, I'll do that on the other one, because I'm sure my main viewers don't want to listen about Isaac's nose habits. Really nice characters, really nice message. I didn't see anything wrong with the animation. Yeah, I thought it was a really nice story. It's something that's really good for kids to hear, I think, and it's really up to date with technology and all that sort of thing. But if you want to know more about it, check out my review, which will be up before this, probably, on my other channel. There's a Dust of the Cold going about Glenravel at the minute, and we've all got it. One of the kids was off half the week with it, and then he went back to school still having a really heavy dose of it, so we've got it. Yay! So now we are going to go and withdraw £20 from the cash machine and get Chinese. So I shall catch up with you later. Oh, I have 2 Halloween pops to open today because I forgot yesterday. I don't like to do it when Isaac's not there because he likes to see. So because he was out at Scouts and stuff, I completely forgot. So I will do it when I get home. Well, I'll do it after tea this evening. It's a lovely day in Ireland. There's 2 teenagers that are too cool for coats, getting soaked with their hoodies, and 2 gorgeous dogs. We're now going to Tesco. You're probably just getting nothing but blur with this car shaking and the window wipers, to get some petrol and to hopefully get some money for Chinese. Okay, it's Saturday evening and we forgot to open it yesterday, so we have 2 to open.
Who do you think the 2 are going to be?
Michael Myers and Jason.
What about you, Dad?
One of the girls from The Shining.
And?
The other girl from The Shining.
I think it's going to be Jason and Sam.
I've already had Sam.
From this?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
I have. Oh no, I haven't. I've got a Sam in there.
I can't. And
The excitement is palpable, people. Isaac's not quite getting that we want to see them.
yeah, I can't even open them.
Right, after I've had to open both packets for Isaac.
We will now find out who they are.
Oh, Lost Boys. Is it David was his name in the Lost Boys? That's awesome. He's cool.
I think you'll like this one even
Okay.
more.
Oh, that's Exorcist. I always forget her name. It starts with an Art Reagan. There she is. She's the one that vomits green out your mouth, Isaac.
What?
You know the one with the projectile green vomit that's head spins around? He's mentioned that clip to me before. He's now going to pretend he doesn't know what it is.
No, I don't remember the vault.
Right, so we've got David from the Lost Boys. I think he was called David. And Reagan from The Exorcist too. I do not have big or small copies of, so that's awesome.
When I saw
Should go and put them with the rest.
Oh. That's very cool.
Hello, it is Sunday. We are on our way into my mum's for a couple of hours. Yeah, and nothing else happening today really. It is a really cold, miserable day.
Tomorrow's Halloween.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Next week, next Sunday night is Halloween.
Tomorrow's Halloween.
A week today is Halloween. So Isaac's off school for the week. We've got lots of things we need to get done. I mean, schools must think people sit and twiddle their fingers and do nothing. A baking competition, a spooky porch competition. I mean, ugh, right. And it has to be in for what? Still can't get that it has to be in for noon on Wednesday when Halloween's Sunday evening. So I don't know whether we'll have a pumpkin or not because it's probably going to rot by Sunday.
Do one pumpkin and then if it rots, throw it out, and then the day before we'll do more.
Isaac, the child that knows the value of money, because we just buy something and throw it out. I missed Philip and Josephine running at Isaac for a pat. Where is she? She just ran at them. Ugh. Where'd she go? There she is. Hello, Josephine. Don't pretend you're ignoring me. I know you see me. Hello? No. No, Derek. Okay, we're home from my mum's. I have a migraine sorting. Extremely bad headache at the very least. Dobby is saying, hello, welcome home, Mama, she says. Welcome home. So does Molly. They're very happy. They're my new leggings. Isaac wants to do the Halloween calendar. Dobby wants to sit on my knee.
Tea's going to be 20 minutes. Do you want a coffee?
No, it'll put me off my tea. I would like a coffee, but it'll put me off my tea, so I'm not.
Well, you're going to get some medication, Dobby. We're
Yeah.
doing some mama, some kisses. Eh? You going to do it, Molly?
Did you notice that there's actually spider webs in the gates?
No, I didn't notice that. Right, off you go then.
Who do you think it's going to be?
Jason.
I agree with you. It is. Wait,
Dobby wants to see what it is.
Jason!
Hey, I got it right, finally.
I got it right too. Look at the back of his head. It has lines.
Yeah, that's cool. What's them pink things on here? Is
But
that
look, inside of the door is kind of like spikes, like a trap.
Oh, that doesn't pick up on here, I don't think. You're going to fall if you're not careful. Hello?
Could we open all today?
No, we can't open it all today. Hello. You're gonna... You're not right. You're not right in the head. You really are not. I don't, Mommy. Right, I have to go. Dog mugging.